we're underway in Pocono.
One back your lane. There's a car length between the 12 and what's below him. Clear, all clear. 3 back, side by side. 2 back, side by side. Three and a half to the 18. He's clear by 4.
Eric Almirola out with the lead from Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, and Denny Hamlin.
When you see where that outside lane maybe has a bit of an advantage right now, some of these drivers down in that lower lane getting a little bit out of shape, just like we saw Ryan Blaney from that front row go down into turn 1, slide up in front of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch got a run on him. Now here goes William Byron to the inside of his teammate Chase Elliott.
Truex had him 3 wide on the inside for a bit.
Chasing that traction compound that they've laid around this upper groove, able to take advantage of that and the momentum off the top groove and get back by William Byron and bring along Tyler Reddick with him.
Through the tunnel turn. And down the short chute, headed for 3.
Covered. Side 2. Quarter. Kurt's outside of him. Keep Kurt. You're clear right now. 1's the mo. Half off. He's almost clear. 1's clear. By 1. No mo. Got dirtied up 3.
Just 4 laps to go in stage 1. Short race, 130 laps here total. The top 9 did not pit during the competition caution. Make that 13 cars in all that did not come to pit road. William
Byron, big block by Bubba Wallace trying to block that run. William Byron all the way down to the apron to get to the inside of Bubba. Here's Jimmy Johnson putting those left sides on the apron through the tunnel turn to try to get a run on Bubba Wallace.
So Jeff, Larry, this stage ends in 3.5 laps after just 25 laps of competition. Do you pit at the end of the stage?
You know, honestly, you think about it, we've had 8 caution laps, and with the pace I'm seeing, now Jeff did bring up something when we were chatting during commercial break, is tire wear, and we're actually seeing some of them hit pit road here, which means they will stay out at the end of the stage, including Denny Hamlin in the 11.
Now with that caution, and these drivers being close enough to the leader, they can come in, get 4 tires, not go a lap down to our leaders, and come out with 4 fresh tires and fuel and not have to stop here in a couple laps at the end of this stage.
Another unique facet of this racetrack.
Wow,
whoa, Jimmy Johnson.
Here. 3 wide, Bubba Wallace on the outside, and Mark Truex Jr. stuck in the inside as Jimmy Johnson has that lower lane.
So the pits will close with 2 laps to go in the stage.
Mark Truex Jr. I was wondering who he was going to go with. He's going to go with Bubba Wallace to push him by Jimmy Johnson, use that draft.
Denny.
Oh, and brings Kevin Harvick along with him. I'm sorry, the 6 of Newman.
Now Denny Hamlin pitted out of 10th place, first of the drivers to pit then. Harvick was 19th. I would be leery of not pitting at all and just staying out on the racetrack. Given that you have to run the same car tomorrow that you're using today, I don't see a lot of opportunities for caution flags here in the early going.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's going to change the mindset here in this first stage is I've seen the track go from being very gray and not having any rubber laid down to very black. If you look down in turn one, that lower line has laid a lot of rubber down. That means rubber's coming off of those tires and wearing heavily in the early stages. So Chase Elliott coming after Kyle Busch.
That's for fourth place. Joey Logano leading by 0.6 of a second on this final lap of stage one. One weekend, 2 short races, 130 laps, the total distance today. Ricky Stenhouse slow there. Now he's one of the drivers that pitted just a couple of laps ago.
Well, clearly an issue for the 47, trying to limp back either to pit road or until this caution comes out for the stage.
This is the 9th straight race that Joey Logano has led this season. A career best for him. There's the green and white checkered flag for Logano over Almirola, Blaney, and Kyle Busch. Chase Elliott rounds out the top 5.
No brainer. I know I got better push on the bottom, but
we're back under green. Ricky Stenhouse got the free pass. Tyler Reddick was too fast entering and restarted out back. Not quite so wild this time into turn one.
Well, I'm not so sure it was a no-brainer for Joey Logano because Eric Almirola takes the lead. He had that great pusher in Ryan Blaney, and I'm also not sure I want Chase Elliott as my pusher with the recent history between Joey Logano and Chase Elliott.
And you say Homestead? Byron and Bowman, the Hendrick teammates, side by side for 7th.
Austin Dillon taking a peek to the outside of William Byron and has those right sides in that traction compound. I think that traction compound is going to play out, especially down that flat turn 3, Mike.
So Almirola last stopped at 45, Logano at 44. They've cycled back. That looked like a little contact. Matt Kenseth, William Byron there.
Now, William Byron was side by side either with Stenhouse or Boyer, and the 95 of Christopher Bell took advantage of that. Went 3 wide, and that actually shuffled back William Byron. Here's Jimmy Johnson to the inside of the 38. John Hunter Newman. Oh, issue. Big crash. Eric Jones.
Jones hard into the wall, and that's Tyler Reddick right with him. And we are back to caution for the 5th time today. Lap 72. Heavy damage on the right side of Reddick's car.
Heavy damage to the nose of the 20 car. Certainly don't see that car being used again in this doubleheader weekend tomorrow.
No, and if they have to go to a backup car, that means they would start last in tomorrow's race in this unique doubleheader weekend format. Let's ride with Tyler Reddick.
It looks like Eric Jones ahead of him. Is Eric Jones going to get loose? Oh, no, he just checks up trying to go around a slower car, and Tyler Reddick had a huge head of steam coming. And as Jones moved down to go around that slower car, Tyler Reddick and he make contact, sends both of them around into the inside wall.
Yeah, they were battling for 13th. There was a slow car to the outside of Jones. Oh, and he just misses the Fitch inertia barrels there at the head end of pit road and catches the pit wall.
No, but thank goodness there is that safer barrier on that inside wall to help that impact.
Three and 4 wide again.
And again, the 9 car doesn't look like he missed a shift there, but he definitely didn't get completely up to speed, and Denny Hamlin's going to go by him. Mark Truex Jr., nice job pushing Eric Almirola to the lead. There's Ryan Newman and 34 McDowell, the huge chef. Here's a change for the lead possibly. Logano going after Almirola, but not able to complete the pass.
Two Fords and a Toyota up front, and two Fords behind them. Blaney and DiBenedetto, who's been hanging around the top 5 here for a good part of the day.
With just a couple laps left in this stage, some great battles out on the track.
Austin Dillon up the inside of Cole Custer there. That's for 19th. And Bubba Wallace.
He's going to bump draft with Bubba Wallace, try to maintain as much speed or maybe even push Bubba Wallace by Ryan Preece into turn 1.
Ryan Newman right now positioned, no, he's not, to get the last playoff point. Elliott is.
Bubba tried to drive deep into the corner, but the back of that car just did not stick. You can see how easily you get a push and then drive too deep in the corner. Here's 3 wide. Denny Hamlin going to the inside of Alex Bowman and Matt DiBenedetto. Not going to complete that pass.
This is for 5th place.
Well, it was a great move, but just was not able to clear Alex Bowman. Here comes Kyle Busch, 3 wide with a big run. And Kevin Harvick to the outside. This is pretty crazy.
Last lap, stage 2. Green and white checkers in the air for Eric Almirola, Joey Logano, Martin Truex, Ryan Blaney, and Matt DiBenedetto. Chris Buescher is in. The leader has surrendered the lead. And we will cycle back to Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, and Mike, as we see Buescher on pit road here, when you come to pit road under green and you're hard on the brakes, you heat up those brakes, and then they sit on pit road and they cool, and a lot of times it'll work that rotor just enough to where you pick up a vibration when you get back out on track. If it doesn't get worse, then we know it's something like that, not a tire that's out of, that has lost its balance.
You know, just to kind of make sure you're on top of what has transpired here, Kevin Harvick, Rodney Childress in the 4 car on that last trip to pit road, because they had pitted on lap 66, when they came back to pit road at lap 94 under green, they did right sides only. As well as Denny Hamlin and Chris Gabehart in the 11 car, they did 4 tires on 66, so on 97, they did 2 rights. Where Eric Almirola, because he had not pitted since lap 45 and had run so many laps, they had to go with 4 tires. I do want to add on Ryan Blaney in the 12, as much as I thought that may have paid off, it just was not the right strategy coming to pit road, even though they had to do fuel only under green. Again, Ryan Blaney in the 12 car.
You can see Denny Hamlin trying some different lines. He knows that he can't run in the tire tracks at Kevin Harvick. Now he's getting a run down this long straightaway, going to use that draft off the 4 car.
Harvick went all the way to the pit wall to try to shake the draft of Hamlin, something Neil Bonnet did here decades ago and caught the ire from ABC commentator Jackie Stewart. Says that's very dangerous driving. No, it wasn't. It was strategy.
Boy, look at Hamlin. He's able to run it differently. His car's definitely handling better than Kevin Harvick right now, because he can get down lower and use that clean air and gain on Kevin Harvick. But where and how is he going to make this pass? Through the tunnel turns, pretty much one groove. He's going to lose a little time to him here. But let's watch in turn 3. I saw Denny Hamlin now trying that bottom groove to get that clean air. Nope, he's going to run right in his tire tracks, use that traction compound. This is going to hurt him on the exit. And you heard him have to get out of the throttle a slight bit as he got tight.
And here they come to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Hamlin looking for Pocono win number 6. Harvick looking to win here for the first time ever.
See Denny running a little bit lower line. Not really closing that gap enough. The only thing I see happening here, Mike, is Harvick's going to have to make a mistake in the tunnel turn. I just don't see Kevin Harvick making that mistake in these last couple of corners.
Harvick did break the draft going down Long Pond straightaway. Hamlin unable to gain ground in the short chute for the final time and on to the front straightaway. Kevin Harvick at Pocono finally is a winner.
Good job. Way to do the strategy. What a turnaround. Great job, guys. Awesome. Thank you.
Hamlin second. Now here comes Almirola, 15 seconds back for third after leading 61 laps today. Christopher Bell gets a fine 4th place finish for the rookie, and Kyle Busch rounds out the top 5.
Got to thank everybody on our Head for the Mountains Busch Beer Ford Mustang. We weren't where we needed to be to start the race, lost a bunch of track position, and came back, made some great strategy calls, and were able to get out front and make some good laps. But yeah, that's great to finally check Pocono off the list. Everybody at Stewart-Haas Racing has done such a great job with all of our cars every time we've come here over the last 7 years. So it's great to, I guess we just need special paint schemes to get to victory lane.